Welcome to Show Up and Glow. My name's Jalen. This is my cozy corner, a space created just for you to tune in and chill out. If this interests you, I invite you to find some headphones, a quiet space, and join me for a calming and comforting experience. If this is not for you, that is okay. I appreciate you stopping by. As you notice yourself enjoying your stay, please be sure to like and subscribe for more of this calm and cozy vibe. Now let's get started today. Welcome. Welcome. First, the new Wicked movie is about to come out. And if you are an OG Cozy Corner crew member, you know my obsession with Wizard of Oz. You can see it in Mr. Clock behind me. You can see it on my bookshelf. And I've seen Wicked, the play. I saw Wicked, the play, when it came to my town a handful of years ago. I really liked it. And I do want to see the Wicked movie because I did see the Great and Powerful Oz when that came out with Mila Kunis and Rachel Weisz. And I thought that was beautifully done. Weird, but beautifully done. Weird choice for James Franco as well. But still, nevertheless, I absolutely loved all the CGI special effects, the world. I saw it in the theater, and you were just immersed in Oz, and that was just so much freaking fun. So I'm definitely going to see Wicked. I definitely am going to see Wicked, period. I just settled it right here, right now. I'm going to see Wicked. I don't know about Ariana Grande's Glinda. I'm sorry, it's a hot take. It's maybe a non-popular opinion, but Ariana Grande's Glinda, I don't see it, but I get it. Well, we'll see. I think she has a beautiful voice, and we'll see. That's all I have to say about that. But I will be seeing it in the theaters because that seems like the best way to see a movie with lots of giant sets and magic and whimsy. The last movie like that I saw was Barbie. Obviously. I saw that in the theater twice. Duh. I'm rewatching it right now. I watch it about every 30 days. But Wizard of Oz has always been my movie since I was a little kid. I watched it as a little kid. I don't know why my parents put that on for me. I don't know why that movie was so pivotal in my very early years as a very little kid, and why I still carry it with me today. I've talked about this before, that sometimes the movies we loved as children can reflect who you are today, and possibly the way you view the world, the way you handle things, your outlook. And The Wizard of Oz, for me, from the movie at least, even though I didn't quite understand it at the time, and I still feel like I don't fully understand the "you've always had the power, my dear, you've always had the power inside you" kind of sentiment from Glinda to Dorothy about getting home. It pops up in my Pinterest a lot, and the more I've learned to slow down, do some introspection, and find just parts of myself that really do hold all the power, and maybe I don't know, forget or need reminding or need help uncovering, then the movie makes sense. And I'm like, oh, absolutely. Like, we've always had the power all along inside of us. But today I wanted to just kind of talk about something I've tried and see if you can try a little bit of it on your own, because it's really powerful. And I support it, people who want to try this, and support the people who do the work if it is from good intention. And it can be really life-changing for the better. It can help you with a lot of subconscious beliefs and long kind of like, chatter maybe that's been going on in the background of your mind that holds you back. So a handful of years ago, I tried hypnotherapy. Yes, that is right. Hypnotherapy, hypnosis. I went and got hypnotized, and so now, anytime I see a stop sign, I get out of my car and bark like a dog, and then I have to spin around 3 times, and then get back in my car and I can drive away. So hypnosis really, really does wonders it does wonders for everything, but that is not true. That is not true. That is not true. I was nervous to try hypnotherapy at first. I thought, oh my gosh, here we go. I'm gonna go under, like I'm going under for a surgery, like I'm going under anesthesia or something. I'm gonna go under, they're gonna program my mind, I'm gonna come out an evil person, like just the worst, craziest, fearful thoughts. And truly before trying hypnotherapy, crazy, fearful, intrusive thoughts were pretty regular for me. I couldn't quite catch them as fast as I needed to before discomfort or anxiety would arise. Couldn't quite pinpoint the voice that would start running in the background. I would just feel it in my body all of a sudden, like, oh, I'm angry. What is happening? Why do I feel this way? So, of course, talking about going to hypnotherapy and trying hypnosis, that voice, that fear, that underlying subconscious mind that I just was very unaware of, was not happy. Not happy at all. So I go, I meet the lady. It was in her house. Also, scary red flag. Oh my gosh, she's gonna murder me. What's gonna happen? Like, all the worst things come into my mind. And again, it has to be like a super trusted person. You have to have good reviews, possibly a recommendation. So, go to her house. She was lovely. And she spoke with me about her process, which was understanding at that moment why I was there and what I needed help overcoming, or maybe where I was finding myself sabotaging myself, or maybe where I was finding blocks. I just didn't know what was going on. I would get to a certain place in my life, and then, it was a little bit of a therapy, but really she's wanting to understand what type of hypnosis she can walk you through. And the first session was incredibly powerful, and I think for anybody it would be incredibly powerful, because we put nice, lovely giant headphones on, an eye mask, some nice essential oils, and if you're listening to me right now in headphones, we did kind of the same thing. I just listened to her talk into the headphones with lovely music. a lovely tone of voice, a very comforting, warm, and welcoming tone of voice. And she would guide me into a deep, deep meditation. Ooh, spooky, wookie, wookie. Ooh, meditation. Oh my God. Hypnosis. And the part of hypnotherapy, if you've never tried it, or at least this way that I did, was you have to really allow yourself to go there. You have to really allow yourself to sink deeper into the surface beneath you. Let it all go. Listen to the words and go with it without thinking anything else. You're just letting all that chatter hush as best you can. And you go into the guided meditation and you explore thoughts and experiences, places, people, things, TV, fears, joys, like whatever you brought in that day is where you were going to explore. Life-changing. Life-changing, life-changing. The first session, I was like, OMG. This was powerful. This actually worked. Instantly. When you allow yourself to trust the process, it literally works instantly. There are things that I worked through in those sessions that no longer bother me, that I completely nipped in the butt, that I absolutely got rid of, that I worked through, that I moved through. I never went back to it again. Ever. Ever. There were other things and other times that were harder, maybe a little bit more challenging, a little bit deeper, that needed a couple of sessions. And after you leave a session, it's the job, not the job, it's your work that you need to do when you go home then to re-listen to the guided meditation, to allow your mind to let go, to find those sticky places that you're ready to release, and to release them then on your own. I really loved it. Really loved it. It helped me find and course correct that voice I was telling you about in the beginning. It helped me put names to that voice. Sometimes that voice was different for different things, and sometimes it was a man's voice, sometimes it was a woman's voice. And when I say voice, it's more of chatter, just your unconscious mind, just your thoughts. You know, if you're someone like me, you hear your thoughts, and sometimes it's just like, what a cool cloud. It's a cool looking cloud. And sometimes it's, a little bit more unjustified. So hypnotherapy allowed me to find that chatter. I've mentioned it here before, the book, Taming Your Inner Gremlin, and it's very much that concept. It's like sometimes there's these little gremlins that are just chatter in your mind, and when you put a name to it and you put maybe a face or an identity to it, even if it's make-believe, it helps you release it. And the older I get, the deeper I connect and see the movie The Wizard of Oz, because when I'm little, I just liked the colors and I liked the whimsy and the big grandiose of it all. As I'm getting older, I connect with it deeper. The more I learn about myself, the more I learn about being alive, being a human. And, you've always had the power is really quite true, because a lot of the times that power is just in our mind. It's what we're thinking about. It's how we're thinking about ourselves. It's It's how we're thinking about the world. It's how we're thinking about our lives. And I can speak from personal experience that when you shift those narratives, with or without hypnosis, hypnosis is a great tool. But even without it, when you can shift a mindset and shift that narrative in your mind, great and powerful things can happen. Truly, 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 truly. I promise you, I guarantee it. And it takes practice. And it takes intentional effort. And it takes a willingness to learn and to change and to grow. Which we're all capable of, and which we all can do, and which we all have done. And you can continue to keep growing. You can make that choice and continue to find that power that you've had all along. And continue to open it up and explore it. So today I thought we would end with some nice breathing and to just sit for a moment in some silence together. Notice if any chatter comes up. Notice if there's no chatter. And just find one supportive phrase you can repeat to yourself. And maybe it really is the Glinda phrase. Maybe it is, you've had the power all along. You've had the power inside you all along. And you just think on that. I've always had the power all along. I've always had the power inside me. Your version. Whatever that looks like. This is a free space. Do whatever you want. Follow along with me. Whatever. But you get the point. You will feel much better if you try it and follow along with me. I guarantee it. But you have to try it to call my bluff. Look at that. So, okay. Let's find yourself in a nice, comfortable position, as always. Just settle in for a moment and get still. Once you're there, let's take 3 nice deep inhales and 3 full exhales, and then sit in that stillness, going over the phrase that's supportive of you, that you can take with you, and that you can come back to when you start to feel anything but that, anything but powerful, anything but supportive. Powerful like a plane. Powerful like a plane, doing his thing. Okay. Let's take a nice, big, deep inhale through the nose. That's really nice. Thank you so much for joining me here today. you could be anywhere on YouTube and you chose to take some time out of your day to visit the Cozy Corner, see what we're all about. Joining us if you're a regular or if you're a newbie. Welcome to everybody. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I'll see you again real soon.